today's news, Premier Fahie files for immediate release from federal detention on grounds of diplomatic immunity. And Dr. Wheatley to become the BVI's next premier, voted unanimously by VIP Congress. And Virgin Islands fight direct UK rule in early morning march. And no UK direct rule, the message to be communicated during the meeting with Overseas Territory Minister. But these and more stories when 284 News return.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Well, welcome everyone. It's Monday, May 2nd, 2022. I'm Kamal Haynes, coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. Well, a happy Monday to one and all, and thank you so much for joining us. Well, we start today's newscast with an update from the United States courtroom, where Premier the Honorable Andrew Fahie has requested for immediate release from federal detention on the grounds of diplomatic immunity. Well, viewers, this is according to a court document reaching our newsroom, which said that the Premier's attorney, Teresa Van Vliet, filed a notice of invocation of immunity in the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, today, Monday, May 2nd. In the notice, it said Premier Fahie, and I quote, hereby notices his invocation of all rights of and to immunity under international and domestic law, as the duly elected and sitting head of government of the Virgin Islands, a British overseas territory, including but not limited to immunity from arrest and detention, entitling him to immediate and unconditional release from detention by the United States, end quote. While it is unclear whether the notice will be accepted, as the Premier and the Managing Director of the BVI Ports Authority, Mrs. Olivine Maynard, along with her son, Kadeem Maynard, are facing serious charges of conspiring to import more than 5 kilos of cocaine into the United States and conspiring to commit money laundering. At the Premier's last court appearance on Friday, Judge John Goodman set a pre-trial detention hearing for Wednesday, May 4th, and his arraignment for May 13th. Well, moving on, viewers, to our next story, where Acting Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley is set to become the British Virgin Islands' next Premier after the Congress of the Virgin Islands Party unanimously voted in his favor to lead the territory. Well, this was confirmed by Dr. Wheatley during an impromptu press conference late Saturday, where he made a disclosure to the viewing public that the Congress of the VIP Party voted to elect him as their new chairman. Well, he said the decision to press forward with the new leadership is due to the numerous pending issues that will need to be addressed within the BVI in the coming days.
Notwithstanding all that is taking place, the business and interests of the Virgin Islands and the Virgin Islands people come first. In this regard, the elected members of the government have been engaged in various meetings to set our course for moving forward. We recognize that given the practical realities of the current Premier's situation, it is incumbent that steps be taken to have a new Premier substantively appointed to this critical constitutional post. The Virgin Islands has several pressing issues requiring urgent and devoted attention, not the least of which is the discussions with the United Kingdom on the Commission of Inquiry recommendation, and this requires leadership on the ground. I wish to advise you that the Congress of the Virgin Islands Party met earlier tonight, and they unanimously voted for me to assume the mantle of chairman of the VIP. I wish to thank the members of the Congress and my elected colleagues for their support. The elected members have expressed the view that I should be appointed Premier, and we will be taking steps in this regard.
Well, Dr. Wheatley also informed the BVI that the VIP administration will be seeking the resignation of Premier Honorable Andrew Fahie, who is presently detained in Miami on serious charges of conspiring to import a controlled drug and money laundering. Well, the acting premier, in speaking on the new decision, said that becoming the premier of the British Virgin Islands has always been a dream he had, but never thought it would have become a reality this quickly, especially under the present circumstances.
As a young man growing up in the Eastern Longlook community, it has always been one of my passions to make a contribution to the development and progress of my homeland, to repay the confidence and encouragement of the people who raised and shaped me, and to help to make their lives better. This is why I chose a life of public service, and in 2019, to offer myself to serve at the highest levels of office in the Virgin Islands, that of a district representative in the House of Assembly and as a government minister. At all times, I have been guided by and grounded in the values, vision, and struggle of our foreparents. These values are those of honesty, integrity, mutual respect, self-reliance, and a strong sense of belonging to and kinship with these islands. These have driven the vision across successive generations for Virgin Islanders to pursue social justice, economic empowerment, and political advancement for our people to become self-governing and to exercise the highest degree of control over the affairs of our country, for us to be true masters and architects of our destiny. I have never contemplated that the responsibility of leadership of the Virgin Islands would come so soon, nor under such circumstances. But I have been asked to lead, and I rise to the call, along with the rest of our team in the government, who remain committed to the development of the Virgin Islands and the improvement of the quality of life for all our Virgin Islands and residents.
Well, viewers, some very interesting developments. Well, up next, Virgin Islanders fight direct UK rule in early morning march. And no UK direct rule, the message to be communicated during meetings with the Overseas Territory Minister. But these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
You value traditions. Today. You value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one. for you.
Well, welcome back, viewers. Well, after last week's bombshell announcement that a Commission of Inquiry report recommends that the Virgin Islands Constitution be suspended for a period of 2 years, a herd of concerned Virgin Islanders took to the Government House parking lot this morning in protest. But 24's Nia Douglas has more.
Many would have woken up on Sunday morning to the powerful image of an enclosed fist featuring the words, "The Fight," for the people of the Virgin Islands to stand up against the recommendation to suspend the Virgin Islands Constitution. The fight was held on May 2nd at 8 a.m. at the Government House parking lot, where Virgin Islanders against the direct UK rule used their voice in protest.
We understand that we have to stand strong, and we have to stand passionately against direct rule by the United Kingdom. We are in these troubling times in the Virgin Islands, and never a time in my life have I seen the integrity of these Virgin Islands brought into question like they are now. So I want to speak directly to the Right Honorable Amanda Millen. I want to speak directly to Governor Rankin. I want to speak directly to the Privy Council, of whom this decision will come before. I want to speak to the entire United Kingdom and anyone supporting them in this national matter.
The speakers at the protest drew reference to colonialism, slavery, and questioned the UK's motives and timing of the COI release.
The similarities of the reasons these countries sought independence from the British was because of their corrupt ways. Read the history books for yourselves. I am not making this up. Do your own research. Find out just who the British are. Like the USA, India, Northern Ireland, and many other countries, including the Caribbean, they have won their independence, and those that are seeking their independence, we in the Virgin Islands are here at this time, at the stage of our fight for our right to decide for ourselves, where many countries have been before. There is hope for us. We will get through this. The CI report was released on Friday, 29th April, a 946-page document. Originally, it was to be released in June, but at a snap of a finger, it was released. It was sent via social media. I believe most of us received it via WhatsApp. There was no printed copies available, not even the summary and or the recommendations were printed. If they really cared for the people to read it, or at least the summary and the recommendations, they would have printed them and ensured that each household received a copy. Therefore, it made it very difficult for persons to read the document and understand for themselves what it contained. But my people, that was by design.
Colonialism is the policy or the practice of acquiring full or partial political control over another country, occupying it with settlers and exploiting it economically. Do we want to be recolonized? No. We are the BVI. We have built this country on our own backs. The men and women of this country have been raised to work hard for everything that we have. And we shall not stand and let it be taken away from us without a say from the people. We cannot let people who do not know us, who come from abroad, come and say that they are speaking for us. Because how can you speak for me if you have not had a conversation with me? How can you go into a room and make a decision today that will affect my future for the next 100 years onwards, and you have not had a conversation with us, the people? The people is every single one of you. The people is not just the face that you see on the screen who has decided to speak today. The people is every single one of you. Everybody has a voice, and everybody's voice has value and has power in this fight.
Among the many messages conveyed, it was clear that those assembled felt it was of paramount importance for Virgin Islanders to stand together despite any differences, as a united front against the United Kingdom.
And I am saying today, we have to unite. And my mother always used to say, the only thing she going to come and bail me for, out of our some God, if it were ever to come to that, was self-defense. And I am sure that she's rolling in her grave, but looking down on all of us, being proud to say that we are Virgin Islanders, because we are defending our country. We do not want UK rule. We do not want a suspension of our constitution.
Patsy Lake, one of the most prominent businesswomen and leaders in the Virgin Islands, also took the mic and struck a comparison to her own days protesting for the country.
I am extremely proud of you, the young people, who in particular, who realize what is going on and you have come out and stood up. I'm going to remind you, when we started to protest against Wickham Ski, it was just a handful. And everybody kept saying, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but quite a few kept saying, where they going? What they doing? They ain't gonna get through. But as the people began to learn about the truth, and this is what is important, the truth. So I am here to ask you all this morning, while some may think that the representation that has come out this morning is not enough to represent 30,000 persons, let me tell you, this is only a small representation because the organizers didn't have enough time. But they had time to plan for us. And let me tell you, what is happening now has nothing to do with the arrest of the premier. This is a long-time plan.
The demonstration ended with a message directed to the Minister for Overseas Territories, the Right Honourable Amanda Milling, to meet with the people of the Virgin Islands directly before making decisions on their behalf.
Let us say to the UK, we will stand united. We will not back down. And Madam Millings, we request an audience with you as the people of the Virgin Islands. We would like it tomorrow, and we give you, we demand it, and I agree. We give you till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to let us know what time tomorrow the meeting with you and the people of the Virgin Islands will be. Because believe me, we're coming.
Nia Douglas, 284 News.
Well, thank you, Nia. Well, Acting Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley says that he will be communicating to the Minister of Overseas Territories, the Right Honorable Amanda Milling, that direct rule of the territory by the United Kingdom government is not an acceptable option. Well, Dr. Wheatley made the declaration during a recent press conference following the announcement by his governor, His Excellency John Rankin, of one of the main recommendations from the Commission of Inquiry report to temporarily suspend the British Virgin Islands Constitution for at least 2 years.
As we are all aware, the Minister with responsibility for the overseas territories, the Right Honourable Amanda Milling, and her team from the UK are due to begin meetings with members of the government, the Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Marlon Penn, representatives for the 2nd and 3rd Districts, Honourable Melvin Turnbull and Julian Fraser, respectively, the Honourable Attorney General, and other officials on the recommendations of the COI. These meetings will begin on Monday. As I indicated on prior occasions, we will be communicating our position to the Honourable Minister that direct rule is not an acceptable option to us. I'll repeat that. We will be communicating our position to the Honourable Minister that direct rule is not an acceptable option to us.
While the acting premier said that he believes that direct rule from the United Kingdom government will set the BVI numerous years and result in catastrophic consequences for the people of the territory's economy.
Direct rule would undermine all the progress that our people have made over generations, from the struggles by our ancestors since 1950, with the restoration of the legislature of these islands, and the positive and noble achievements of our people over the last 70 years in which we have governed ourselves. Direct rule will erode the right and ability of the people of the Virgin Islands to elect their legislators and the representatives who are their voices in the democratic process of their governance. If anything, any action taken must move the Virgin Islands forward, not backward. We have the strong belief that the people of the Virgin Islands are capable of working collaboratively with the United Kingdom to implement agreed recommendations of the COI report.
But meanwhile, Minister for the Overseas Territories, the Right Honorable Amanda Milling, prior to the first meeting today, Monday, May 2nd, said she plans to listen to the many concerns that will be raised during her 3-day stay here in the BVI. While she said, and I quote, "Well, I recognize that these are difficult times for the people of the BVI. I am here to listen and to understand. It is important that we are honest and open with each other when discussing the COI report and the issues it has identified," end quote. Well, according to a press release by the government of the Virgin Islands, the purpose of the visit by Milling is to meet with Governor John Rankin, CMG, Acting Premier Honorable Natalia Wheatley, leaders of the parties represented in the House of Assembly, and other key individuals and groups in the territory to discuss the range of recommendations contained in the COI report. Well, viewers, up next, the OECS says direct colonial rule is a bad idea. Well, we get to that story when 284 News return.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch again? You don't say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Well, welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, has released an official statement on the situation here in the British Virgin Islands. Our Nia Douglas tells us more.
The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, has released a statement on the ongoing situation here in the BVI. The OECS says, the OECS has noted the position taken by the duly elected government of the BVI, which, while welcoming the recommendations arising from the inquiry, rejects the intention of the British government to impose direct rule on the BVI. They added that, "It is clear to us that in principle it is a bad idea to impose direct colonial rule, and the history of such imposition in the Caribbean has never delivered the desired result." As such, the OECS has effectively sided with the BVI government, stating that they concur with the elected representatives of the people of the BVI that abolition of parliament with direct rule from London represents a retrograde step in the evolution of the democratic process that is inconsistent with the United Nations proclamation of human rights to be free of colonial rule. The OECS also mentioned the harrowing news of last week's arrest of Premier Andrew Fahie. On this matter, they stated, "Like all persons charged with a criminal offense, Andrew Fahie is entitled to the presumption of innocence, procedural fairness, and a free and fair trial within a reasonable time." Nia Douglas, 284 News.
Well, thanks once again, Nia. Well, viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a good evening, and we'll keep you updated as these developments regarding our political situation here in the British Virgin Islands continue. Until next time, bye-bye.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals. Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny Boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny Boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?